Hey Sneak Peekers!
I'm Sydney.
And I'm Emily. We hope you had a peaceful spring break full of rest and relaxation.
And for those of you that attended South by Southwest, well, we hope you're recovering. I know we still are.
Last week, our Sneak Peekers were hard at work on the red carpet during South by Southwest, bringing you an episode packed full of interviews that you won't want to miss.
First, we have Nolan's interview with the cast and crew of Netflix's Three Body Problem, the new science fiction series by the creators of Game of Thrones.
Next, we have Mauricio speaking with the cast of Amazon Prime's reboot of Roadhouse. After that, we're bringing you to Gavin at the premiere of Dev Patel's Monkey Man.
Finally, we'll round out the night with a special recap panel of South by Southwest, where our Sneak Peekers will discuss highlights from the festival.
We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
A lot happened in Hollywood while we were away.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to catch the Oscars ceremony?
I did! Oppenheimer, directed by Christopher Nolan, was the big winner this season, receiving awards for Best Picture, Best Directing, Best Lead Actor, Best Supporting Actor, Best Cinematography, Best Original Score, and finally, Best Film Editing.
Wow, that's a lot. Poor Things won the second most awards, beating Barbie in the production and costume design categories. Poor Things also won for Best Makeup and Hairstyling, and surprisingly, Emma Stone was awarded over Lily Gladstone in Killers of the Flower Moon for Best Actress.
Despite having 10 nominations, Killers of the Flower Moon did not take home any Academy Awards.
Barbie was the fourth highest nominated film and took home one award for What Was I Made For in the Best Song category.
And speaking of Barbie, songs both Billie Eilish and Ryan Gosling performed their numbers from Barbie.
Gosling's performance of I'm Just Ken was definitely a highlight of the ceremony for me.
On a more serious note, the Zone of Interest director Jonathan Glazer used his acceptance speech for the Best International Film to speak out against the ongoing war in Gaza. Glazer said the victims of both the October 7th attack have been dehumanized.
People applauded his speech at the ceremony, but after the event, hundreds of industry professionals signed a joint open letter against his speech, particularly to his referral to Israel as an occupation. The letter said Glazer's words fuel growing anti-Semitism in the United States.
Jonathan Glazer hasn't responded to the letter, and the Academy has not posted his speech with the other winners.
While the Academy Awards were happening in Hollywood, South by Southwest was in full swing here in Texas.
Now that the festival is over, jury and audience award winners have been announced.
Bob Trevino Likes It won the narrative feature competition, while Grand Theft Hamlet won the documentary feature competition.
As for the audience awards, tons of different movies were recognized across South by Southwest film categories.
Monkey Man won in the headliners category.
And Bob Trevino took the narrative feature category again, while My Dead Friend Zoe won in the narrative spotlight category.
Out of film screened at other festivals, Sing Sing won the Festival Favorite Award.
Monkey Man and Sing Sing both have release dates, while Bob Trevino, My Dead Friend, and Grand Theft Hamlet have yet to be picked up for distribution.
Stick around for the Monkey Man red carpet later.
And right now, here's another South by Southwest carpet of Three Body Problem with Nolan.
Roll the clip.
Hi, my name is Nolan Wally with Sneak Peek, and we're on the red carpet for The Three Body Problem by showrunners of Game of Thrones, casting Benedict Wong, and many more.
Hi.
Hi, could you explain your character to us real quick?
Yeah, I play a character called Clarence Darcher. He's in the sort of a counter-terrorism operative in the surveillance world. You know, he's brilliant at his job. You know, if he was an animal, he would be a bear. You know, someone that's like picks up that scent, you know, hunts it down, finds that mark.
Yeah, my character is one of the Oxford Five in the show. He's one of a group of 5 young physics geniuses who met at Oxford University. He's different from the others because he comes from a very ordinary working class background. He's got there based purely on merit and purely on his wits. And he's a character that's very comfortable with himself, comfortable with taking his own path, at ease with the world. He dropped out of science to create a junk food and cocktail company, so in many ways he's the people's champ. And yeah, it was nice to play a character so confident and so comfortable with his place in the world. Yeah, it was a real treat.
My character is a genius physicist who I've got to think about this, what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not, or am I getting poisoned dart in the neck from Netflix? He goes on a journey of extreme, profound self-discovery and faces the hardest thing any person could possibly face.
My character Saul is an underdog and an underachiever. In comparison to his very talented colleagues, he is a guy that has all of the natural ability, he has immense intelligence, but he just hasn't put that specific variable into play that he can use to become successful in life. He's very content being where he is and kind of paying the bills, but he's somebody that I think audiences will want to sort of figure it out because they want him to do well. I would hope so.
You are sort of a new adaptation of the main character for this.
Yeah.
Did you take any inspiration from Wang Mao, or did you really try to make yourself a movie?
No, of course. I mean, you want to honor the original character's beauty. You also, I mean, I am a female character and he's a male character. I think the adaptation is done beautifully in the sense that, you know, this is a humanitarian crisis. It's a worldwide crisis. Therefore, you need an international cast. And also you need women and men. I think that the novel was predominantly male. And so I think that these adaptations were very healthy for the narrative of the show.
I think, well, first of all, the novel was very popular in China, so I'm aware of this novel for a very long time. And obviously, working with David and Dan and Alex is a dream come true. I'm myself a big fan of Game of Thrones, so to have the opportunity to work with them, it's already huge for me. And knowing that they're doing this story, for me, it's a no-brainer. Like, I really wanted to do it right from the start. Yeah.
First question I have for y'all is, what drew you to adapt this book? It's a very political book. It's very focused on sci-fi. What element drew you in?
We read this book and it made us feel the way reading books used to make us feel. The awe and the wonder and just the wow factor of it was something that we had not felt in a long time. Something that David and I don't think had felt since we read Game of Thrones. So it was kind of, we wanted to do something very different, and we wanted to do something that wasn't like other stuff that was out there, and this hit all those targets.
Was this character an interesting role for you? Because she's a very mysterious character. Did you have a lot of fun playing her?
Did you see it?
I've read it.
Oh, okay, so you know. All right. So, yeah, she is very mysterious, and she's a shapeshifter, isn't she? She learns how to adapt to whatever situation she's in. She's a survivor. So, yeah, that's who wouldn't want to play that? It's delicious, right?
Is there a favorite cast member you worked with that you thought you really grew with during this?
Liam Cunningham. We are connected here now. I feel him. He's close by. We had such a great time together working, and we built this relationship just organically, instantaneously, and I'm looking forward to working with him, manifesting this for many seasons.
Emily, have you ever thought about how much we talk about boxing on this show?
Yeah, now that I think about it, we really do box a lot. Creed 3, Elvis versus Elvis, Black Adam Fight Night.
I think it's time we switch things up. How about mixed martial arts?
That sounds like a great idea. And lucky for us, Mauricio had the chance to interview the cast of Roadhouse, which features Jake Gyllenhaal as a former UFC fighter.
I can't wait. Take it away.
Hey Sneak Peekers, my name is Mauricio. We're out here in South by Southwest 2024, and today we're checking out Roadhouse. Let's get right into it. Hi Connor, my name is Mauricio. It's so nice to meet you. What was it like acting for the first time, and were there any nerves?
Nerves. I was Knox. You know, I'm Knox. I'm the main guy in here, and you know, I don't with Knox. So I had to act like it wasn't, you know. So they all thought I knew what I was doing, even though I really didn't know what I was doing. So maybe I'm a better actor than I letting on, you know.
Yeah. So after your experience with shooting Roadhouse, do you plan on acting more?
You know, right now, at this present time, I have no conversations ongoing. So we'll see what happens. You know, the movie's going to come out, see how people respond, and see what ends up on my table. Yeah, and then I'll decide.
Yeah. What was your favorite scene to shoot, and why?
The favorite scene to shoot? Jay's walking into the bar with the club and looking for him first time. That was pretty cool. You know, just bouncing off the Ferrari and going in and going getting him. You know, it's game on now. It's been a while since I've been clubbing. So some good moves.
I think having the fight sequence with Jake and Conor McGregor together and having him protect me while fighting Conor, that's just one of the coolest, weirdest situations I was ever been in my life. I'm like, I don't know how I got here, but I love it. Yeah, I think people will be really excited to see all these sequences, and we choreographed them and had to learn how to fight for weeks. So yeah, it'll be cool.
What was your favorite part about shooting in the Dominican Republic?
God, I love the Dominican Republic. Coolest people ever. Really good food. The beaches were insane. Yeah, the Dominican crew out there was incredible. So yeah.
We've seen the back and forth on Twitter. I was wondering if a fight with KSI is still possible, or Jake Paul.
Yeah, you know, the YouTuber nerds could be like, you know, I would consider that a nixer. You know what a nixer is? We call in Ireland we call a nix. Let's say you're a tradesman, a carpenter, or a plumber, and you work on a building site or your regular job, but you get a nixer. You get, you know, your uncle's friend needs a you know, a radiator fitted in his house, so you'll do a side job and get a side pay. I would consider them you know, them guys to be nixers. If I was to pick one out of them, I'd probably, KSI has a big name in the UK. The Pauls, that Tyson fight is just a strange one to me. I hope Tyson takes his nose off. And you never know. Yes, I'm sure at some stage. You know, we'll go through all of these guys.
Well, thank you so much.
Handy fights. I know the Fury caught me out today or yesterday. And he beat Jake and he fought KSI. So you never. It's just like another little world, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm open for it. I'll never say no.
So on Instagram, the caption for your character is "Be Billy." Yeah. He pulls pints, not punches. So can you tell me a little bit more about the character that you play?
He pulls pints. You know, he is the bartender of the Roadhouse, and all he wants to do is just make everyone have a peaceful time, have your drink, don't fight, but everyone wants to fight him. He has a punchable face like I do in real life, and he just can't help but get himself into trouble all the time. So he's gonna learn how to throw a punch, though.
What's that? I love you.
Well, the part was written like with the same kind of attitude that Patrick exuded in the first picture. So to me, it wasn't really. I didn't consciously say. Sorry. I didn't consciously say like, oh, I wanted to take this or that. In fact, it was very important for me to really respect what he's done. You know, I've come from I've done a lot of work on the stage, and in that sense, you know, you interpret, lots of actors interpret the same role, you know. And so I just tried to do my own thing and enjoy it and make a movie with friends, and particularly a friend, Doug Lyman, who I've known for 15 plus years. And that was the reason for doing it. And I knew Patrick when he was around, and we made, you know, a film together, this film, Donnie Darko, and he was always so loving and good to me. And so I just know he'd be psyched and it'd be fun and he'd be down, and he was just such a good guy. So this whole movie's about fun, and it was made out of a lot of love, and he's here, and I let him do his thing and he'd let me do mine.
Wow, I can't wait to watch Gyllenhaal and McGregor duke it out.
Me too, but I'm even more excited to see what happens with the budding friendship between Mauricio and Post Malone.
You know, Mauricio wasn't the only sneak peeker with an action-packed carpet.
That's right. Gavin was on the red carpet at the premiere of Monkey Man, an action-filling revenge thriller from Dev Patel.
Sounds like a blast. Let's check it out.
Close your eyes, and you will find yourself.
When I was a boy, my mother used to tell me a story.
Hi, how's it going? I'm Gavin. I'm a student at the University of Texas. It's wonderful to meet you.
Go Longhorns.
Yeah, hook 'em. All right. So first off, I want to ask you, could you tell us a little bit about your role in the film and what kind of drew you to this project?
Well, my role is that of a guy called Rana. He's pure evil, man. And I think that's what drew me to him, is that he's, you know, in a lot of the work that I've done, there's something that I can identify with, or I can try to find some conviction to bring that person to life. In this, there was nothing that I could connect with or find.
So that was really interesting, but also it's a really awesome role, man. So when I did it, it was something I couldn't let go of. And yeah, that's what just got me on.
Was that a challenge at all that you couldn't connect? I know it seems like you were really passionate about the role, but was it ever hard at any point in the process?
Yeah, it is hard because you got to find that kind of why this person would be doing certain things. So you have to try and dig down into the darkest part of a human soul, probably, to try and figure out why people would do this. So it's a lot of make up. I was making up stuff as to trying to reason as to why a person would do this. So I try to make up some kind of backstory as to why this guy would do this, but he's just too hard, man. Like that kind of childhood has to have been probably really disturbing.
I met Dave on a shoot, Hotel Mumbai, and we met very briefly, but something clicked between us. And when he was casting this film, he came to India, he auditioned me. He didn't want to audition me actually, he just met me, and we ended up doing a scene. And right after, as I walked out of the audition room, he called me back and he said, "This is your role," which is very unusual. Usually after auditions, nobody tells you, you know, whether you're doing this role or not. He immediately said, "This is your role." And later on he told me that he remembered my eyes in Hotel Mumbai in a scene that I did with him. That was a very brief scene. So somehow he saw something in me for this character that he cast me. So I was very excited.
What drew me was Dev. I'm a really close friend of his. Since we shot Chappie, we became close. And I've always thought he's just super talented. He asked me if I would do like a little role in his movie. He needed like, I suppose he called it the token white guy. We joked. I was like, okay, I'll play that guy. And then he actually proceeded to pitch me the entire film over dinner once. He literally pitched me every major sequence, which wasn't what I was expecting. I'd already said yes, but I was like, okay, wow, Dev's really going to be kind of like an auteur director. That's how it felt from the pitch. And then working with him, I was like, okay, wow, this guy's going to be like, he really is, you know, potentially going to be like a true great. So I'm so curious to see what happens tonight. I hope he is. I hope he really is. There he is there. Like his life may change tonight, or he might never direct again. But I'm going with he's going to make a lot of movies and be spectacular.
I think that'll be the case. What would you say has kind of been the most rewarding part of this experience for you?
You know, just to be here with all of you all, yeah, to have it premiere at the most beautiful theater, to be at South by Southwest, to have worked with the cast and the crew that I got a chance to work with Dave, with Jordan Peele, you know, it's also rewarding.
Hi, I'm Gavin.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. We're students at the University of Texas.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Doing good. How are you? So my question for you is, what advice would you give to student filmmakers that are trying to make it in this industry?
You know, love it. Like, you are the mother and father of your own film. You know, everything that possibly could have gone wrong in the making of this film went wrong for me. We would take an hour to tell you what happened, but it was madness. And you know, I've got footage from my iPhone in this film. You know, I couldn't get a water tank, so I shot stuff in the edit suite in a bathtub. I've got an Airbnb to do a swimming pool. I broke my hand, I broke my foot, my gaffer died during filming. Bless him, UD. You know, the borders closed. You can't imagine what we've been through during the pandemic. I was meant to shoot in India. We had to pivot to Indonesia. It was 9 months with people locked in a hotel shooting this movie, but we made it. And what I would say is, you are the mother and father of your own film. Be precise, be firm, and love it. Just love it.
It sure looks like a ton of great projects premiered at South by Southwest this year.
Absolutely, and I can't wait to hear all about them.
Lucky for you, we don't have to wait at all. Sasha, Melody, Anna, and Molly are here to discuss their favorites from this year's festival.
Off to y'all.
Hey sneak peekers! We're here to recap our South by Southwest and go over our highs and lows of the festival. I'm Melody and I'm here with
Sasha, Anna, and Molly.
Alright, so let's just get right into it. So I know we all attended South by Southwest. In general, overall, how was y'all South by?
I'm really tired, but it was really good. Anna and I both volunteered.
40 hours.
Either of y'all volunteer?
Yeah, 40 hours.
Yep.
I volunteered.
Oh, okay.
We all volunteered.
What did y'all volunteer at?
I didn't do the theaters, but I did registration crew, and that was a lot of fun.
Oh, cool. How about you?
I did Violet Crown, so
Okay.
it was really chill and easy, and I definitely recommend it. I know y'all are at Paramount.
We were at Paramount
and
for
that
all 40
was-
hours. Honestly, the first day I was like, I'm never coming back to South by ever again. And then by
Me
day
either.
3, I was like, you're going to have to rip me from this theater. When this ends, I'm not leaving.
Yeah, I think the first day we just had, like, I had a full day because I had interviews in the morning. Then we had our shift starting from 4 to 12. And we didn't know the positions, we didn't know what to do. So I feel like it was just, we got stuck with the worst position. But, like, by day, 3, we were like, oh, we know exactly what to do. We know where we want to go. We know who we want to work with. And then it was just super chill and easy, and it was a lot of fun. It was very rewarding, although it was very tiring as well.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same here, even though, like, I had to leave on Thursday, and I was sick Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so I didn't get to see as many movies as I would have liked. I still loved, like, volunteering at By the Crown, just, like, talking to people and, like,
we
hearing
made
about
some
what
great
movies.
friends, yeah.
We did.
And on that note, okay, so what's y'all's low and what's y'all's high from the festival? And it could be anything. It could be our interviews, it could be movies that you've seen, it could be going to pop-ups, whatever you want.
I think the low was, sadly, we did not make it onto the immaculate red carpet. It was an uphill battle, and sometimes, you know, the uphill battles, unfortunately that didn't happen. But I did get to see, like, the nuns walking.
Yeah, that was crazy,
that was
yeah.
really cool, and I did end up actually getting to, like, see the screening, just not, like...
So you still saw Sydney
Yeah,
in the
I
theater?
still saw it, you know, it was great, like, it worked out, and then, at least I think it did.
Yeah, and how was the movie itself?
I really enjoyed it, personally, and, like, the ending, I don't want to spoil it, but the ending was amazing.
It was something.
Stay tuned for next week when Anna and I battle it out.
We're gonna battle it out. For me, my lows was probably like end of the first day, just because Molly and I were there for so long, and we were working for Monkey Man premiere, which if you were there, you know Monkey Man was like the most hyped up, buzzed around movie at the festival. And it was just like, when I tell you I had never seen that many people all at once in one place, and like just craziness. And we were working barricade, which is arguably the worst position you can do. So that was a new low that I hadn't found before in life ever.
I'm having war flashbacks.
Yeah, no, it literally felt like war flashbacks. Like, that was the day that we were like, we're never volunteering again. And so that was definitely a low. But highs, I would say definitely all the carpets I got to do. I think the one that was my favorite is I got to interview Miss Camila Mendes and Rudy Mancuso and his mother on the carpet of Música in Portuguese, which was literally just like the coolest thing ever. And I think Mason was like, I don't think we've ever had like a bilingual interview. And I was like, yeah, I'm here breaking records. I'm here making history. So that was definitely a high. And then I'll save my movie high for later on.
All right, sounds good. Do you want to go ahead and share your high and low before I go and speak?
Sure. My low was one of the days on shift. Somebody did flip me off and spit at me.
Oh my gosh. Like they spit at you or on you?
Like I dodged it.
That's a crime.
I was literally, when was it? I was in Bon Jovi, right?
No, you were helping our friend Lauren, who we met.
Love
Shout
you,
out.
Lauren.
You were helping her carry boxes, and this man
while I was
in
in
a
the green
Yoda
room,
hat.
this
I was just
happened.
trying to do my job, and a man in a Yoda hat did walk by and flip me off and then spit at me. So that was my low, but I can laugh about it now. So
That has nothing to do with South by the way. It's just a man. Yeah, we love you, South by.
It
just
that
a
man,
man.
not so
Yeah.
much. My high, among meeting a lot of celebrities, I would have to say my high was Sunday night. I went to the Unwell House and I got to party with Alex Cooper and Harry Jowsey and like Alex Earl, and then we're all there, and that was so fun. I got to try Carbone for the first time. That was really good. We got to like make our own cowboy hats, so that was so fun and so unexpected. That was my high, I would say. But what is yours?
Oh man. Low would probably be Saturday. That was like the first day I was really sick. So, you know, I tried to power through. I had volunteering the day before and I was doing okay. And then I went to the Fallout pop-up, which was fun. But then it got a little hot. So I was overheating and then I almost threw up.
Oh.
So that was it. That was my Saturday for me. I went to bed. I did see Y2K though. I went and slept for a couple hours, and then Y2K was super fun. It's such a great like headliner movie to have at the festival. Just the energy in the room was awesome.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And then high, it had to be a tie for me between getting to see Dee Dee because I didn't think I was going to see it. So like during the entire movie, I was just over the moon just to be there. And the movie itself was awesome. I'll talk about it later. And then on top of that, some of the producers got to go to the Cinema Center after party for Immaculate.
Yeah.
That was insane. Just Sydney Sweeney and Cole Sprouse was there. That was insane. I was like, we made it. We did it. So yeah, that was my high and low. And we can go ahead and talk about some of our favorite movies that we saw. What was y'all's like top movie of the day?
Of the day?
Or
of the festival. Okay.
Oh my goodness. It's a tie between I saw the TV Glow and Monkey Man for me. Like both were amazing. So I can't pick. I can't do it.
That's fair.
Actually, I was just going to add, I did manage to sneak a selfie with Jordan Peele, so that was definitely one of the highs. Did I get in trouble for it? Maybe. But it was totally worth it. I do not regret it. Movie-wise, my favorite, hands down, was this movie called It's What's Inside, and there was literally no carpet for it. No buzz around it. None of the actors went. It was just a director. The theater was like almost empty. I got an amazing spot to sit at, and it was so freaking good. Like literally the best movie I saw at the festival. So it's coming out on Netflix, which that movie just deserves to be watched in an audience. So I wish that it was coming out in movies, but it's not.
There's
like in the
quite
theaters.
a few movies that are going direct to streaming.
I wish it was coming to theaters because I just feel like you need to watch that at a theater. But it's coming to Netflix. I feel like once it comes out, people are gonna talk about it so much. People are gonna love it. It's amazing. And then my least favorite, unpopular opinion, but I'm gonna say Monkey Man. Sorry, so sorry.
We have a lot of Monkey Man lovers here,
I know.
so
I'm so
that's
sorry, guys.
insane.
Actually, okay. I feel like I have to go back and look at the list of stuff that I watched, but it's gonna have to be.
You're just not an action person, perhaps?
I really am not an action person.
That's
I think
fair.
I think
I
that's
didn't
what
like
it is.
Roadhouse.
Ours is kind of flipped because I did not like It's What's Inside that much. I don't
Wow.
know.
Okay.
That's my reaction to you saying you don't like Monkey Man.
Okay, so yeah, I understand. I don't know. I'm not a big action fan. I'm just like he would have been dead by the first 10 minutes. So.
Yeah, that's fair. I didn't like Roadhouse, so.
You didn't like, what was the movie, what did you like?
Oh, what did I like? I liked Dee Dee. I already talked about it a little bit, but it's a coming-of-age movie for kids who grew up in the 2000s. So if you grew up in the 2000s, please go see Dee Dee when it releases in July. It will be one of your favorites. It's just such a joy. And then my second favorite, which I think was quality-wise probably the best movie I saw, Sing Sing with Coleman Domingo. So good. I was sobbing. So
Really?
It's so good. I don't want to say much about that movie. I think it's just better to watch and experience. That one's also coming out in July. But yeah, those are my top two.
For lack of time, I'm gonna go really fast, but my top two were Monkey Man and Fall Guy. Monkey
So
Man was
you like action?
I actually don't. Monkey Man was just really good, and Fall Guy was just such a fun time. This isn't a spoiler, but there was some Taylor Swift in the soundtrack.
Yes.
So I loved that.
That was very fun to watch.
I don't typically like action, but those were both really good. And it's just that was my first time ever watching the movies with the cast and crew in the theater.
Yeah,
So
and in the Paramount, 1,100 people
Yeah.
watching with you. It's if you haven't been to South by, this is our PSA to go to South by.
Yes.
Even if you just
Very
go to
worth
some of the
it.
pop-ups,
Very
it's so
worth
fun.
it.
So
Were
I
we
think-
perhaps on the ceiling for Monkey Man? Yes. However, did we have a great time? Yes.
True. I was on the ceiling for Idea of You. Still awesome.
Yeah, oh, we were also.
All right. So I think that's going to be it for our panel. Thanks for listening. Bye, guys.
We love you.